Would you be ready? Or would you send back word to Mordecai? Mordecai, I can't. If I do that, I'm going to die. I may lose my life. And that's what I was afraid of. When I was your age going to college, my fear was I'm going to lose my life if I live for Christ. I'm not going to go to the club anymore. That means no more pornography. That means no more cheating on tests. That means no more part-time worshiping God. That means my life is going to change. And I'm going to die. Me, Justin, who I've known myself to be, who I love being, is going to have to die for me to go in to save my people, to help the people. And some of us look at that and we're like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. What if it came down to us dying more? And what if we were willing to go in and die more? Somebody else may not have a chance to hear the gospel. But it doesn't stop there. You read that Mordecai said to her, don't think that because you're in the king's household, you alone of all the Jews will escape. He says, for if you remain silent at a time like this, deliverance will come from another area. He says, but who knows, maybe you've come to this royal position for such a time as this. Another thing that I didn't realize when I was in college was God put me here. How many of y'all, because we got Fullerton here and we got Long Beach here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Raise your hand if Fullerton and Long Beach was your first choice to go to school.
Yeah.
Your first choice. You're like, man, Fullerton, that's it. It's all on Fullerton. I was going to full-time to go to college. Let me see your hands again. That was your first choice, and I was like, that's it. Okay, raise your hand if the school you're at was not your first choice. It wasn't your dream school. Okay, a few people. And some of y'all just like, I didn't even care. I was... But I know you guys are all there for a reason. The Bible says that God plans and predestines the times and places that we should live. That the people you live by is not an accident. The school that you're at is not an accident. Being here tonight is not an accident. And what Mordecai was trying to get Esther to understand was, what if, just what if, you're here for something greater than being a queen? What if you're at the school you're at for something greater than just getting an education? What if God has a plan? What if he has a purpose that goes beyond just, okay, you make some friends, okay, you have some, okay, dorm food, you went to some cool classes, and you have it all planned out. You're going to get a degree, you're going to get a master's, you're going to have, 2.5 babies, and a white picket fence when you graduate, and all this other stuff, and and you're skipping down I'm telling you, Esther had it so good. Why would she want to believe she was there for any other reason? Oh, and don't find no boyfriend or girlfriend in college, because that's just... Because then you're like, I'm here for you. Right? I mean, come on, like, try being, up next to your little boo, and you sitting there, and, and then your boy call you, yo, we finna go storm the campus, man, for Jesus, man, to just witness and pass our tracts, and your girl sitting there, and you like, we'll be praying for you. So, back to the movie. It's a hard thing to accept that maybe you're in school for a purpose beyond what you understand. And when I was in college, I was not ready to receive that. I was ready to receive everything else but that right there. Because I knew there was a cost for me to accept that purpose. And what Mordecai's putting in Esther's head, he's like, what if this is it? What if it's not even about you being queen? Also, it's about you being surrendered to God, so surrendered that you would risk it all for God. What if it's about that? What if it's about you became queen so you can lose yourself for God? That you would lay it down for God? What if you're here to display surrenderance, to display obedience? What if you're on display by God? And that's just like, Mordecai, you ain't the one that got to go in there and die. You ain't the one to go face the king, and if he doesn't receive me, I'm going to lose everything. I challenge you here tonight. Why are you in school? Why did God wake you up this morning? Why are you breathing? Why are you still here? Why is God hasn't stopped your heart yet? Why are you still giving you thoughts of revelation of him? Why are these praise songs and he's inspiring you the way he is if you're just going to go back to your campus and sit in the balance and say, maybe I'm here for something else. No, your brain has a purpose, your heart has a purpose, your lungs have a purpose, your eyes have a purpose, tailbone has a purpose. Even your appendix has a purpose. You can get it removed, but it's some side effects. How much more do you have a purpose? And I guarantee, if God knows your purpose, then Satan knows your purpose. Because if Satan didn't know your purpose, why is he so good at stopping us from completing God's purpose? And Satan don't play fair. You think Satan's going to stop you from your purpose by shooting him in the back or something like that. Satan make you fall in love with the wrong. Well, he'll let you. He'll lead you and watch you fall in love with the wrong purpose. He'll allow you to fall in love with somebody that for the last 2 months, 3 months, you've been in a relationship and your heart has been totally just off of God. Or you're so focused on school that you forgot that why you're really there. And every now and then God sends a reminder like a little Mordecai in our ear saying, look around you. Yeah, there's no edict saying that all the Jews are going to die on your campuses, but there's one that's saying that the people on your campuses that don't hear about Jesus Christ will face a judgment that's so terrible and that's so terrifying if they don't receive the gospel of Jesus Christ. And the deep part is, the Bible says in Romans 10, how can they hear when somebody goes? That it's going to come down to somebody in this room stepping out of their comfort zone and saying that I'm alive for the will of God. I'm a Christian first, student second. I live and breathe the will of God. Now we can all sing it. I used to love singing about it. But something about putting that thing into practice made me slow down and think a little bit. Because it's easy to sing. It's hard to live. So the last thing I want to share with you guys tonight is Esther's final words were to Mordecai. She says, do not eat or drink 3 days, not a day. All my maids will fast as you do. When this is done, I will go to the king, even though it's against the law. If I perish, I perish. If I perish, I perish. I think about those New York City firemen who, a little over 8 years ago, ran into the World Trade Center. I think about what makes those guys so different? What makes them heroes? I think the amazing thing about those guys that risked their lives, that gave their lives, the ones that were killed, was they ran into a building that was on fire, that was crumbling, and there wasn't really a clear way of how they were going to succeed in what they were going to do. And people are running out. People are evacuating, running away, and they're running in. And the interesting thing about it was, they were running in not knowing if they would even save anybody.